Let's go to another, or you might like over here. If Ole Miss is playing, we've had them in the highest total of the week almost every time, but they always go under because the numbers are so big. Let's talk Baylor and Ole Miss in this. Baylor, you talk about one of the surprise teams in the country. They were fantastic. Dave Aranda in year 2 just did an unbelievable job. Should have got some national coach of the year consideration. They were tremendous. The questions here with Baylor, though, let's start on that side. What's happening at quarterback? Gary Bohannon had a wonderful year, but missed some games down the stretch, including the Big 12 title game. So who's in at quarterback? Blake Shapen for Baylor did a nice job, but he's not in. So who's going to play? Is Bohannon back? Is he 100% healthy? You've got to take a look at that. On the Ole Miss side, Jeff Lebby's headed, the offensive coordinator, he's headed to Oklahoma. But again, you still have Lane Kiffin there. You still have Ole Miss does what it does. And I think the biggest key to me in this game on either side, Matt Corral, the Ole Miss quarterback, is in and playing. This is a short line. I like Ole Miss in this one.
I figured you might come in with the Big 12 stuff and give me a Baylor. I don't know what to make of Baylor. I was so impressed with their Big 12 championship game and kind of took away like, wow, this is going to be a team I think I want to bet on in the bowl game. And then the matchup is Ole Miss in the Superdome. Was it still called the Superdome, right? The Caesar Superdome? Yeah. And this offense where they're going to score. Like, did you see the hype video too that I posted with the Ole Miss uniform?
They look like my Oilers.
Oh my goodness, those things are amazing. I swear. And now because I posted that, I'm getting constant advertisements to buy merch and all this other stuff. It's not, you touch something on your phone and then it knows. It's ridiculous. I wish you could tell me what to bet on this game. I don't know. This is another one where I'm like sidewise. I think Ole Miss, but man, that Baylor defense is good. Are they going to cause the turnovers necessary? If they get ahead, can Ole Miss come back? Another yes, they can. Very intriguing bowl matchup. I mean, they did a good job this year with some of these games, like really set teams up with kind of styles, make fights opposite track, all this stuff. I think it's going to be a good game. This one, dare I say under in an Ole Miss game?
Yeah, we've done it all year, but this is a low total for Ole Miss. Low total.
It's one of their lowest totals, right, of the season. They're in the 60s every single week.
That's the respect for the Baylor defense. And again, a head coach in Dave Aranda, one of the best defensive coordinators before he became a head coach. Listen, Baylor's tremendous. I've been wrong all year on Baylor. I have been fading them for a while, and it has just not worked. They've been excellent. Bohannon is expected to start if you read the reports from this morning. Here's the thing with him. He's the wild card in this, Dave. He was so good early. Through the first 6 weeks, he did not throw an interception. But then regression hit, and he threw 6 in a 4-game stretch to end the season. 4 out of 5 games, he had at least 1 interception. So that's the key here is can they manage Bohannon well enough to score but not make a lot of mistakes. Now, before you make your final call here, and then I'll turn this over to you, let me give you one stat that you might be interested in.
Okay.
Because this is going to come up twice. It's going to come up in this game, and then I'm going to bring it up again when we talk Michigan. This is from our guy, Brad Powers. On Twitter, Brad Powers7, bradpowersports.com. Excellent college football handicapper. Here's the stat. Teams that were top 10 in rushing yards during the regular season.
Rushing yards for or rushing yards against?
For.
Okay.
So good rushing teams. Top 10 rushing offenses during the year.
Okay.
50 and 28 ATS. 64% in bowls over the last 10 seasons. Teams that can run it have had high-level bowl success against the number over the last 10 years. Ole Miss is one of those teams.
Who's?
Ole Miss qualifies.
Ole Miss?
Yeah, they can run it. They love to run it. Corral can run it. They run the ball. Ole Miss is the first one of these.
Wow. That's 2 out of every 3.
Now, granted, this thing's already 0-1 because Army didn't cover. They won the game, but they didn't cover. So this trend's already on the year. Air Force is going today. That'll be another one that's up for this. But does that trend, I know it's a trend,
Yeah.
Does that change your thought process at all?
No, I mean, it might for some people. It doesn't for me, but I mean, it's an interesting trend and it's something to consider. And good rushing teams usually win games more than they lose. So it makes perfect sense. If I have to pick a side, be how I'm picking Baylor. I side with the defense in this. I don't want to do it, but that's who I like. So
Okay.
I think the
You're
game.
gonna be on the opposite side of Lane Kiffin, going for it on 4th down, running backwards, having a triple reverse, throwing it from the press box. I mean, this is gonna be a start. Pitch the tent. Lane's gonna bring you some stuff now. Lane's gonna bring you some stuff.
It doesn't feel good at all. It doesn't. And I'm sure you could probably wait actually on Baylor and get more points as it gets closer to game time. Because I think the money's going to come on Ole Miss. The book's going to need Baylor. I just know it. And I'll take that side. I'm wearing this green, and stuff. I'm thinking Baylor. All right, give me the next game.
All right.
I don't want. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, click on another video right here on the screen. And if you really liked it, consider subscribing below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.